So you might be coming across this idea of buying rental properties and investing in real estate with little to no money down. And you may have heard this from different seminar gurus, or you're invited to a course or a coaching program, a book perhaps, and you might be wondering, is this even a possible idea, or is this being just used for marketing and sales tactic? And if it is possible, what is the basic premise of how this concept works, and how is it even possible? Now, for those that are first timers in our channel, my name is Sam Kwok, one half of the Kwok brothers. My brother and I have been investing in real estate since 2015, amassing millions of dollars of real estate along the way. And in the beginning part of our career, we went from 0 to 75 rental units in just 1 year. And over the span of a decade of being in this business, we've just about seen everything, and we became familiar with a lot of different strategies and tactics along the way. And just for full disclosure, yes, my brother and I also have courses, books, and coaching programs in real estate, but I want to make this as real as possible for you to explain, how does this whole idea of buying rental properties with little to no money down, how does it even work? So let's go and explain right away in the most simplest term possible. Now, before I unpack this using diagrams and charts on my whiteboard, here's a really good analogy that could help kind of set the tone to understanding this very concept. Now, if you've ever seen the reality TV show Shark Tank, using the TV show as an analogy is probably the easiest way to explain this very concept. Now, of course, for those who don't know what Shark Tank is, and if you've never watched that TV show, it's a reality TV show that's been going on for a really long time, where contestants of the show are entrepreneurs, they're business owners, and a lot of times they have really good business ideas and products, and some of them have really bad business ideas and products. But the premise of the show is that these contestants will come to the show in front of a panel of investors or judges, and these investors are known as sharks. And many of these sharks you might recognize: Damon John, Mark Cuban, Barbara Corcoran of the Corcoran Real Estate. These are multi-millionaire, multi-billionaire investors that are interested in investing in other companies and other business ideas. And so what happens is that these contestants will walk into the show, pitch their idea, pitch their company, and if they have a really good product, if they have a really good business, many of these sharks, these investors, would invest money into these companies. In exchange, the sharks or the investors get a piece of the future profit, sometimes equity, sometimes in a form of a debt or a loan to the business owner. And so the business owner walks away with capital that they can use to invest to further their business, to expand and scale their company, whereas the investors basically get an opportunity and a piece of all future profit as long as the investor stays invested into that company. Now, the reason why I'm talking about Shark Tank and I'm bringing this up is it has a lot to do in connection to this whole idea of buying rental properties with little to no money down. So here's how they're connected, and the ideas are very, very similar. And to demonstrate this, I'll use my whiteboard to visually demonstrate. So let's say you went out there and found an amazing investment opportunity. Let's say a single family house or 4-unit, 8-unit, does not matter. In fact, this concept can be applied to even buying businesses, buying commercial properties, you name it. So let's say you went out and found this property, and through your due diligence and careful analysis of this investment opportunity, you discover that it has the potential to generate 20% cash on cash return on investment. Meaning that by doing the down payment, by putting some funding into this investment, you can earn up to 20% cash on cash return. But let's say to do this deal, you need, let's say $20,000 down. And maybe you don't have $20,000 that you can access anywhere. So instead of walking away from this deal because of your lack of capital and lack of financial resources, just like Shark Tank, you can partner with someone that does have the money. So here's what that could look like. Let's say here you have a partner that has always wanted to get into real estate, but maybe their limitation is that they don't have time, they don't have the knowledge, and because they don't have time, they can't go get knowledge, right? So they may have a severe limitation when it comes to their time and knowledge and relationships that you may have to offer to this partnership. So here you are, let's say this is you, and with you, maybe you can bring in, relationship, maybe you have time or more time that the partner may have, and you have the knowledge, a particular set of knowledge or expertise of finding deals, analyzing them, and really understanding how to mitigate risk and dangers from investment opportunities. So in this scenario, there could be a complementary or mutual benefit for you and your partner by combining your resources together. So what that could look like is you and the partner forms a company or a partnership or an LLC, right? I'm not a lawyer, so please talk to a lawyer about this. But let's say you form an LLC, whereas your partner is the one that's contributing the $20,000 of the capital you need for the down payment, and you are essentially contributing time, relationships, knowledge, right? Even the fact that you found this deal, right? You have a skill or knowledge or the expertise to have even found this opportunity in the first place. And to someone that has the money, but maybe not enough time and not enough knowledge, this is going to be a very valuable proposition that you might be bringing, of course, depending on the deal. So the partner funds the $20,000 into this LLC. You bring in the time, relationship, the knowledge, etc. And let's say you and your partner make an arrangement where your partner gets 50% of all future profit from this deal, and you also get 50% profit from this deal. Now, personally, I don't always like 50-50 partners because it creates a gridlock in terms of decision making. I personally think it's better for one of you to be a majority owner of this company or this partnership. Now, that being said, just for the sake of explaining this concept to you, let's just say that you and your partner are 50-50 partners. Now, what that means is that you're sharing the return on investment. Your partner gets 10% cash on cash return, and technically, in theory, you get unlimited return because you didn't have to put any of your own cash down. So in this scenario, this is a win-win for your partner and yourself. You are entitled to some of the future profit, or 50% of the future profit, the cash flow on this deal. And your partner is also earning 10% on their money, which is not too terrible, right? Not bad. It's still a double-digit return. So there's a win-win partnership, a relationship. And whereas you may have not been able to do this deal by yourself, but because you have now a partner, you've created financial profit in the future for you and for your partner. So this is basically an elementary explanation of the whole idea of what it means to buy rental properties or investing into real estate with no money down or little to no money down. That's what this is all about. Of course, with commercial properties or properties that might be complex, or maybe like a multifamily, like a 100-unit multifamily deal. Obviously, the arrangement between you and the partners and the complexity of that could be different and it could look different. But this is the general basic understanding of this whole idea of investing and buying rental properties without having to use your own money, or the whole little to no money down scenario, or this whole idea or the talk of putting little to no money down to buying real estate. Now, are there other concepts or things that could lead to little to no money down, especially when it comes to creative financing, like subject to or seller carryback mortgages or seller financing? Absolutely. But in many scenarios that I've seen that are pretty typical, right? When we're talking about typicality, most deals are going to require some kind of a money down or some kind of initial capital to get started. So, to say that you can do or invest into real estate with little to no money down outside of raising capital like this, it's not typical. It's possible, not typical, is basically what I'm trying to say. So this whole entire concept that I just explained to you is called raising capital or raising money from private partners or private money. You can probably learn more about it. We have other videos in our channel, but this is basically what that means. So next time you encounter a course, a book, a seminar that talks about buying real estate with little to no money down, a lot of times this is what they're going to talk about. Of course, there's ideas like seller financing, creative financing, so on, that could play into it. But a lot of times, what I explained to you is basically what they're referring to and what you'll probably end up learning and digging into. So if you enjoyed this video, if you like the way that I explained this, please consider subscribing and liking. We do have other videos here on our channel about investing into real estate and analyzing deals, how to find deals. We have all kinds of free courses that we offer here in this YouTube channel. So definitely subscribe and check us out. So without further ado, we'll see you in the next video. Take care.